Welcome to the CRAZYDRE Podcast Show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we go. Time to talk about the Detroit Tigers trade deadline results. As most of you guys know, the trade deadline is ended. The first thing that we should talk about is Chris Paddock of the Minnesota Twins. They're selling, so is Cleveland Guardians. Everyone's selling in our division. We're most likely going to win our division, but we have to go away from bullpen pitching as starters. So I'm going to start with the two starters that Detroit got. Got to go with Chris Paddock, acquired from Minnesota for first baseman Enrique Hernandez. Uh, his first start for Detroit, he pitched 6 innings. He recorded 5 strikeouts, and I think he got one. He gave up 1 hit, I think. So it looked pretty good. Oh no, he gave up three hits and 1 run. So it's a good start for Detroit to get Chris Paddock. Not the I wouldn't say an A minus or A pitcher. I give him maybe a B minus, maybe a C plus type of guy. His last start with Minnesota against Los Angeles Dodgers, he had 8 strikeouts. So we're going in the right direction. The next guy I want to talk about is Charlie Morton, a 41-year-old veteran from Baltimore Orioles. This guy I want to talk about because he's another starter that we needed to go after a starter. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because, again, Detroit they need to go away from the start from bullpen pitching as the season goes to the end. That way, our bullpen is fresh, clean. Guys won't be worn out. That's why you have starting pitchers. Duh. So he's 41 years old. He has a 5.42 ERA. There's one thing I would say: he has 17 starts, not the vintage Charlie Morton that you're going to get. The concerning thing about him is that in the last 3 games, he's pitched against Toronto, Cleveland, and Tampa Bay. He's given up 5 home runs. He's walked 10 guys in total. Only about 13 strikeouts. In his last start, he only had 2 strikeouts. Against Cleveland, he had 7 strikeouts. Against Tampa Bay, he had 4. But they say the reason why we picked him up for more of experience, a veteran pitcher. Maybe that's a good way to look at it. I would say maybe. I'm not really sure what to think of that. Going back up here, if we go to the next guy that probably is a better prospect as a bullpen guy, maybe more reason why Detroit went after bullpen pitchers is Kyle Figman of the Washington Nationals. He's 33 years old. He is from the state of Michigan. He registered 20 saves with a 4.38 ERA, a 1.28 WHIP. His last 3 starts, he did pretty good. Had at least 1, 2, 3, 5 strikeouts within 5 games. The only game that was questioned about him is against Cincinnati Reds at home. Gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 runs, and 1 walk. Again, that's something that Detroit needs more of a strikeout. We need pitchers with strikeouts. So that's something that I think with this guy, with an All-Star 2024, this is probably the best pickup out of the bullpen. Paul Seward is the next guy. And I would say Paul Seward acquired from cash consideration, recorded a 4.70 ERA, 18 innings, has a strong strikeout walk ratio. So this is another thing that we have to go after. A guy with a capability to strike guys out, not just get guys out off the ground hits or fly out, but as a bullpen pitching coming out of the bullpen, you want guys to be able to strike guys out. So Rafael Montero is the next guy in line that I'm going to talk about. Acquired. Detroit gave up the infielder Jim Jarvis, a veteran. Uh, Montero is a veteran World Series winner in 2022. He's struggling this year. It looks like last three starts he as a bullpen guy he walked five guys last three starts. Only had two strikeouts within the last five starts. No, four starts. So uh, the only game, well, the two games that I looked at that was kind of concerning was at Kansas City and Texans. At Kansas City, he gave up two hits, three runs, three earned runs, and walked two guys. Again, against Texas, he went 1 1 inning, two hits, four runs, two earned runs, and I think he even gave up a couple home runs with one strikeout. The last game that he played with Atlanta Braves, he went 1 inning, gave up one hit, no runs, no earned runs, gave up a walk. But uh, Rafael Montero is probably a guy that you kind of really need as a veteran, as a World Series guy, give you the team a veteranship of what the other players who have never been into that far in the playoffs, that World Series experience. So that's something that we have to kind of consider here and so forth. Cody Hera from the Rangers acquired for cash consideration. Uh, he's not even, I don't think he's even on the 25, 26 man roster when he was with Baltimore, with the Rangers. So he's at AAA baseball, 35 outings, uh, still a lottery ticket pick. So something to consider. And then against Philadelphia Phillies, we have Joseph Quincenes, acquired for Matt Manning of Detroit. Uh, a guy that can play outfield, I think, for Detroit in the future. He's only 18 years old, so that's something to consider. We gave Matt Manning, uh, a, an opportunity. It didn't work out for him, so saying that if you look at Detroit Tigers strategy, they didn't give up a lot of guys. They didn't give up a lot of money. They didn't give up a lot of prospects. That's something to consider of what they had to do. They had to get Chris Paddock to replace Olsen. They got Fingerman as a 20 save gamer, so you can rotate Will Vest, and Fignan in there. So that's something to consider. And you never know. Maybe this is a way to get the thing I would probably talk about is probably Tommy Cadley. He may be on a verge of immense of being dropped. Detroit did dropped Dietrich Hennens, so he's no more. He's no longer on the roster in Detroit. Thank you for your service. Cleveland Guardians picked up Carlos Hernandez from waivers in Detroit, but you got to keep moving guys out and out. You have to keep trying things so that you give yourself the best opportunity to win this World Series. Financial costs, low cost prospects. We moved a couple of guys. But some people would say that Detroit didn't go after a third baseman. But I don't know. I don't know. I think if you give Matt Verlin an opportunity to get back on track, more bats, more playing time, you can place him at third base. With Javier Baez. In the outfield, sometimes that could be changed by Parker Meadows coming back in the near future. But then you would put Javier Baez back at shortstop. You keep Torres at second base. Uh, uh, one thing that's kind of concerning is Spencer Torkelson's first baseman fielding. He seems to be kind of off a little bit. Uh, Maybe it's because he's becoming a better hitter. He's less concentrated on the defense. I know when he was not hitting so well, he was playing better in the outfield. I mean, in the infield, first base. I don't know why I'm jibbing, but nothing. Uh, Detroit's bullpen is becoming more stable, going back with Fignan. Rotation padding against Paddock is a good help. Um, what else I could say is that, oh, one more thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about is this. I've seen on Instagram, I'm seeing on other trends, other platforms. Everyone's talking about Justin Verlander. Uh, they're a little disappointed that Detroit didn't go after him, but Justin Verlander is probably not a good pick for Detroit because he's at the age where he just doesn't have his stuff. Uh, and the chemistry of the team, some say that he's not a really great personality for the structure of the team. So with AJ Hinch, laid back personality, players seem to get along very well. With AJ Hinch, I just don't see how Justin Verlander would be a good fit in Detroit anymore. So that should be dead and gone talk. So it looks like Detroit's going to be playing the Philadelphia Phillies at Philadelphia. Jack Flaherty against Ranger Suaves. So that should be a good matchup. I don't know what the results of the game is going to be. I feel that um, within the first two innings of the game against Philly with Jack Flaherty, you're going to get a lot of what you're going to get. So if Jack Flaherty doesn't have a lot of control and he's not getting calls for strikes, this could be a longer game for Detroit. Then we may have to go right to the bullpen by the third inning. I don't see us keeping Jack Flaherty in there if he's struggling with his control more than 3.5, 4 innings, maybe 3 innings. I know that Houghton is a very good bullpen guy that he can go at least 3 or 4 innings. But if Jack has a good start, he can go at least 5 and 2/3. Uh, but that's all I got. I'm not going to give you anything what I don't know. There you go, folks. Thank you for listening. Find me on anywhere that you can download the podcast on platforms. I'm always on Apple, Spotify. I'm also on YouTube and Patreon. I'm actually on Pandora as well. So if you want to listen to it, thank you. Subscribe, follow, let everyone know what's going on about my podcast.